We had a growth scan at the hospital yesterday, and they checked the baby and said that our amniotic fluid is low. But there was no concern, so they sent us back home and we were all set for the home birth. But then today the doctor called us back saying he had a look at the tests again, and he would rather we stayed at the ward. So he's basically admitting us to the maternity ward, so we're scrambling, last minute preparations and packing, and we're going to town, and he said he won't let us out until the baby comes, so we're gonna come back with a baby. Really scary, not what we wanted, but we had medical advice now to go and do it at the hospital, so that's what we're doing. We're not going to ignore medical advice, right? So yes, the baby's coming! Ah! Some time in between our appointments. Oh, we're at the hospital, we're just waiting for the baby to show up as and when the baby's ready. And that's it. So, a bit of an adventure. We're looking on the bright side, we're making it into a bit of a holiday. But to be honest, it's Kirkle, so there's not a great deal to sightsee. And we've sightseen things before, so yeah, we're just mooching. Here at the Kirkle Hospital, we are just keeping the baby monitored and hoping that they come when they're ready. But if they're not here next Saturday, we might need to go to Aberdeen and start looking at medical options for induction. We're hoping we don't need to cross that bridge or even think about that bridge yet. But it's a potential at this stage, and we're just waiting to see what happens. But we're hoping that the baby comes beforehand, and then we're just gonna have a normal, well, not as we planned normal, but normal as much as we can salvage normal experience with it. So yes, really nervous, mainly because the plan has changed so suddenly, but we're ready. I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
We're ready, yeah. Making the most of being in Kirkle, having a Chinese dinner, yay!
Well, we're in the hospital, maternity unit, and we're here waiting for the baby to come. It's due today. It's very creepy. We're just wandering around the hospital. There's no one around, not a soul. Well, that's a scary thing. There might be a few souls floating around. It's very unnerving. Just seeing chairs, wheelchairs in the middle of the corridor. And hearing machines doing peep in the background. It's bizarre feeling.
We're on a bit of a geocaching adventure, whereby we found the canteen on the outside.
Can't find it on the inside though.
No. So we're trying to figure out a way. It's like a maze, isn't it?
It is. We've been walking around in circles, around the inside of the building, around the outside of the building. We found the canteen. They sell coffee and bacon. But we can't find a way in.
Do they sell bacon?
They sell bacon.
Totally worth it.
Yes.
Yes. So it is a bit like geocaching, where the compass says it's that way.
And you're so close to it.
But you have no idea where the path to it is, so it's fine. We're just trying to kill some time, really. Playing games.
See you soon.
So we're on the inside now, trying to find our way into the cafeteria. Oh.
celebrating?
All I can say is what James has been saying for the last 2 weeks, and that's, come on, baby! Come
on, baby. We're due today. Come on.
Yes, we're due today, 29th of September, so you never know, you never know. Or they might be late. Just because we're very much used to the dark, quiet nights on our own island, it has been really difficult to sleep in the hospital ward where there's lights everywhere. So we have improvised and put some towels on the door to try to prevent the light coming in. There's not a lot we can do about the noise, although the hospital is set at the, well, our ward is set at the back of the hospital. It still gets noisy, so sleeping isn't particularly comfortable. Also, the beds are rather tough, and James really struggled, so I managed to get some sleep, but he was cold and he couldn't sleep at all, so hopefully it gets better as we get more used to the ward. But the first night was really tough. And yes, we'll see how today, tomorrow, the rest of the week goes. And I really missed the dogs. Sammy and Charlie, we left them for a couple of days. We have enough food and we have people coming to check on them, but I really miss them. They're just my pack, my little puppies, and I keep thinking about their little waggly tails and how much they're gonna miss us, and we don't even know how long we're gonna stay away from them, so it is hard, and our plans have changed so suddenly. James is really bored. He's being silly now.
I'm not bored at all. I'm not waiting for this baby to come. It's the 2018 autumn collection by Bedpan.
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 Your new favourite brand of hatwear.
Oh, suits you, sir. Young man, at your age, at my age.
Young man.
Oh. Who's going to pass the finish line first? The baby? Or the end of the month? And they're at the starting post and they're getting ready to go, and there's one furlong in it and Dee's on for a wee. Will she come back before the baby comes? As you can tell, we're bored. We're waiting. We're in a hospital ward and they only have scientifically gizmos to play with, which is nice.
The doctor caught us just as we were about to leave and said we had better have one of these scans just before you go for the evening. So we're having a scan and then we're going to go explore Kirkwall.
Well.
We looked around Kirkwall for a little bit.
We did.
And now we're going for an Indian curry.
Absolutely.
Trying to get things moving along.
Yes, hopefully that will make a few...
Encourage the baby to come, indeed. Yes. It is the due date, and so... Well, yes.
We're now
very
waiting.
much impatiently waiting, yes.
Let's go to Rudy Murray, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okie doke. Whilst we wait, we try to have as much fun inside the hospital as we can. So we found the canteen already, then we were totally silly with the hats and the balloons. And now our mission has been to find the only staircase in the hospital. And I have to say I'm disappointed because it's taken us about 2 minutes and we found it. So we're gonna go up and down the stairs and that's gonna be our excitement for this hour. This looks really challenging because we live in a bungalow and so we haven't seen a staircase for nearly 2 years. And being heavily pregnant on my due date, I have set myself a challenge to climb stairs. Sounds so silly, but it's true. It's challenging. This is really spoiling us. There's 2 flights of stairs. So what did I do on my due date? I was climbing stairs. I beat you to it! Yay!
Well, day 3 in Curdwell in the hospital. Baby was due yesterday, so we're a day overdue. We're hoping there's going to be some signs of the baby coming tonight, I hope. It's frustrating loitering around. Anyway, we're off geocaching for a while, pass a bit of time. Such fun.
Hello. So day 3 in the hospital and I'm getting really homesick. Really homesick. Oh, beginning to miss little things like James's cooking and my own bed and my own bath and obviously Sam and Charlie and going for walks in our own fields and little things like that. Because we're just stuck here waiting for the baby to come, it kind of feels like an indefinite stay in the hospital, and yeah, and it's tough, it's hard, it's sad, and Kirkwall doesn't offer a lot of entertainment. So we feel like we've done everything and we've seen everything there is to see, and we're just waiting now. So yes. Come on, baby. 3 in the morning. We felt something new, something different, something exciting. Well, exciting enough to wake James up anyway. And James did the whole, shall I call the midwife? So we had a chat with the midwife and we're just seeing where the day goes. It's now 4:30 in the morning. And yes, something has definitely been happening, so today may well be the day we meet the little baby. A birthday!
On the 1st of October 2018.
Yes, 1st of October. Has a good ring to it, doesn't it? It does. So yes, could well be a very interesting day today. Bring it on.
How do you feel?
In a lot of pain. But the baby's coming. And I'm excited. I can't wait. Can't wait.
It's very hard work for her. But the baby's coming. It's now 7:30. And we have a new son.
Our first son. A brand new person.
But we will introduce our son to you in the next video. Wade will need some time to recover. We'll see you soon.